RME, proud sponsor of Curl Manitoba and the TELUS Junior Provincial Championship. With 10 locations in Manitoba, RME is your preferred Case IH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
Asham Curling Supply.
Superior fit, comfort, and performance. Asham curling shoes are the best we've ever used.
Hi folks, I'm Arnold Asham, and our product is always satisfaction guaranteed or your money back.
Asham Curling Supplies.
That's your best delivery of the day.
And the locker room celebrations are already underway, and they're going to be all night long. Struggled early on.
Be a player. Bet with Manitoba Sportsbook. Play Now Sports.
Why not? Just watch. Why not? Keep scrolling, I slide. Why not?
As a broadcaster and Hall of Fame football player, I'm constantly in the lab of life. For 15 years, my friends at Knott Auto Corp have been pioneers as well.
Why not?
Introducing Winnipeg Car Lab, custom car wraps, graphics, and auto services. Winnipeg, why not get in the lab?
Good morning. Welcome to the Brandon Curling Club. We've got the TELUS Juniors for you here on the Curl Manitoba live stream broadcast. The TELUS Juniors Junior Women's Game. Game between Grace BEAUDRY and her team from St. Vital and Swan River's Chloe HALUSCHAK. The BEAUDRY team has a record of 1-1. The Swan River team 0-2 after their first two games yesterday. The St. Vital team lost an extra end game in their opening match, a 9-8 loss. They're really one of the teams that would have hoped to be in contention here this week in Brandon, and if they are going to be in contention, this is a must-win situation already, only in the third game of the competition. As I say, I'm Resby Coots with the live stream. My partner is Cam Taves. Cam, are you ready to go this morning? We should have an interesting game in front of us.
Yeah, I think so. We're ready to go. I'm just going to mention a couple of substitutions on the HALUSCHAK team. In at second is Liv Leadbeater, and at lead is Bailey Mangin, and their third is the normal third of Lena Leadbeater. So just a couple of substitutions on that team. The other lineup, as far as I know, is still the same.
Good then. So the opening rocks have been thrown. BEAUDRY's lead, Kelsey Swale, put that first rock deep in the rings, and Bailey Mangin played the hit, removed it. Just the miss on the BEAUDRY attempt to remove it, and we're now at the second stone of Bailey Mangin, and her skip, Chloe HALUSCHAK, asked her to draw that to the outside edge. Pretty standard opening kind of strategy, Cam.
Yeah. We noticed a lot yesterday that they weren't adjusting to the weight. A few of them struggled with getting it down. It seems like it's fairly quick. I think they have really nice ice here this weekend, so ice cream makers have done a good job.
So now, Cam, you know that I'm a long-time Western Manitoba born and raised, but a Winnipegger these days. Haven't had the opportunity to play in the Brandon Curling Club for a year or two. What have ice conditions been like overall in recent times?
Well, to tell you the truth, I also don't play much at Brandon Club. I'm a Riverview boy, so I play the small club here. But no, from what I've heard, I have a lot of friends that play over here, and Brandon's been pretty good this year. I know the Super League liked it.
And as we can tell from the understated advertising on the sheet of ice, this is the home sheet of ice for the broadcasts of the Westman Super League of Curling, and so there's a lot of this sheet of ice has been on TV a lot in recent years, ever since got involved with the broadcast of the Westman League. Second stones now on the Mangin or the HALUSCHAK team. Sorry about that. I got that back.
It looks like these taps, these hits they're throwing are actually moving a fair bit. It's fooled them a bit to start with here.
So this is the first of second stones. Jensen left them. For Grace Beaudry's St. Vital team. A hit on that rock in the back of the rings. And rolls out, as you say, Cam. They're struggling a little bit early with just adjusting weight and ice here, aren't they?
Yeah, it looks like it. Trying to find out where their lines are.
Liv Ledbetter, her second of second stones. Draw to try to perfectly split the rings.
Yeah, put the pressure on early. It looks fairly quick out there. When in practice, I timed a couple there that were looking to run in the high 14s, close to 15 hog to hog.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. First of third stones.
Yeah, a chance to group them here if they hopefully get a double later.
Well, better than rolling out, but still leaves the opportunity for the HALUSCHAK team from Swan River to hit, stick, and have the rocks pretty well split.
Yeah, a nice nose hit here would be exactly what they're looking for.
So this is third, Elena Ledbetter.
This one's really moving on them. Still works. Good shot.
But that little outside roll, it's more separation. There's not much of an angle there, so we're at the far end, so we can't be absolutely sure, but it doesn't really look like there's a double opportunity.
That's too flat. They'll look for a little roll here and hopefully group them with another couple of shots.
Rolls away to be shot stone. But a real opportunity for the HALUSCHAK team. If they can nose hit over here, they've really got the house completely split.
Yeah, they're in good shape here right now.
But yeah, this side moves a lot more than what? This side moves a lot more than this side.
So this is Lena Ledbetter, the last of the third stones on this first end. Little roll in, keeps it straight across, so it's a very flat roll. She could hit and roll behind that red one on the corner.
Yeah, she'll want to stick around, but a little roll would be great.
This side moves a lot more.
They heard Grace Beaudry saying this side moves a lot more.
I say go right away so you don't lose it.
First of skip stones, Grace Beaudry.
Whoa! Oh. Yeah. Okay, just big.
Little more weight, holds that straight.
Didn't get the curl that she expected. Yeah, I think she talked herself into throwing it a little heavier because of the amount of curl.
Yeah. Well, yours was, you were in Chelsea through like 10, 10, 5.
So this will now be Swan River skip Chloe HALUSCHAK's first stone of this end. The opening end of our TELUS Junior Women's Championship game from the Brandon Curling Club. Their sweepers are Liv Leadbeater second and Bailey Mangan the lead.
Sorry, guys.
She might have just let BEAUDRY out of jail here.
Let BEAUDRY off the hook. Yeah, that's a big missed opportunity early in the game, and now this end can go to a blank, and BEAUDRY can start over.
Yeah.
What? No, lived it. Yeah, roll a little to the middle. If I stick or roll out, like, that's fine. I just want to make contact.
Final shot of the opening end for Grace BEAUDRY, a simple hit rollout attempt, or I guess you'd like to stick and force HALUSCHAK to hit. But again, just narrowly makes that contact.
Yeah, again, it looked like she was throwing a little more weight than some of the rest of her team, which maybe kept it straighter. But yeah, basically mission accomplished.
I was hitting like half of it.
And they'll have a moment now. They've gotten away with it so far in this end. A lot of either misses or half misses. But this throw through the end of the end, the teams will assemble and chat a bit, so they're going to have a chance to regroup, talk about what went wrong, and in getting that ice and
recalibrate their draw weight.
You bet. Okay, so our first end is complete from the Brandon Curling Club. It is the TELUS Juniors, brought to you by Rocky Mountain Equipment and Sunrise Credit Union. We'll be back with end number 2 in just a moment.
Why not? Just watch. Why not? Keep scrolling, I slide. Why not?
As a broadcaster and Hall of Fame football player, I'm constantly in the lab of life. For 15 years, my friends at Not Auto Corp have been pioneers as well.
Why not?
Introducing Winnipeg Car Lab, custom car wraps, graphics, and auto
Why
services.
not?
Winnipeg, why not get in the lab?
Beg for forgiveness later. So back in the Brandon Curling Club, it is a game, Junior Women's Championship game from the TELUS Juniors. That Grace BEAUDRY from the St. Vital Curling Club throwing the red stones. Chloe HALUSCHAK and her team from Swan River throwing the yellow stones. That's not true. I've got that backwards. This is a HALUSCHAK team throwing red. Second stone of this end.
Yeah, the first draw came right in. Still figuring out their draw weight here. They want to get some guards up.
And figuring out the takeout as well. The half shots continue into the second end. That first end was a game of half shots on the hits, and then Chloe HALUSCHAK missed opportunity with her first shot heavy on a draw to split the rings to lie 2. This is the BEAUDRY team from St. Vital. Lead Kelsey Swale, her second stone of the end.
We're heavy. 13-5.
Yeah, but they're really curling.
Yeah, she got wider, so it just... Really nice, Chelsea. Yeah.
You heard her drop a 13.5 there on a split time. which isn't that fast for landing on the tee line.
This could be a situation of playing more on ice that might be a little faster than that, and they're just having a bit of a challenge adjusting. Not certain on that, but that's a possibility. You get that nice hit and roll.
Yeah, gets out to the wings. They're always a little harder to hit out there.
The St. Vital second now, Jensen Lethem, I believe it is.
No!
This one's running really straight here.
She just got wide.
There's your answer.
There's just no sugarcoating it. She just got right. But important for a skip to be honest in that situation, so that all of the players know what's going on.
Yep.
Liv Leadbeater now, second for the HALUSCHAK team from Swan River. He's drawn to the other side of the rings. Cam, there's a situation, I think, where some might say, let's stay on the same side where they're showing us they're having trouble reading the ice, or at least adjusting to the ice.
And it might be a little bit of, as a skip, that she wants to know as well. Go figure out the other side early, too. Now's a good chance to do it, because there's no reason not to go try the other side and see what it does. Put it in your information.
But the guard does come short. The rock does come short. It's a guard for Jensen Lethem. Second of second stones for the St. Vital team.
13.75. Probably stop back.
She'll slide deep, partially buried.
Yeah. Probably showing half, 3/4 of a rock here. They should be able to hit that. That guard's only halfway.
Liv Leadbeater, second of second stones, second end. Nicely past the guard, gets the hit and the nose.
Good shot.
So it was effectively wide open for the right combination of weight and ice, and this one also.
I'm right down center, so.
Ariane Curcels is the third for the BEAUDRY team from St. Vital.
They jumped it right out of her hand.
So she does. She must have turned that one a bit. Urgent sweep call right out of her hand.
Yeah, she called it right away. So they're going to split the house here instead of going in front of it. Don't want to leave a double here.
Well, they'll get to that outside wing where even if the angle is set for a double, the BEAUDRY team hasn't shown that they can follow the right line on that ice out to this side. So it's a good call.
This one isn't. This one's not moving a lot. They might have just given them another escape here.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, if this were basketball, they'd call that a free throw coming down there.
Yeah.
Still got to make it.
On that one.
Ariane Curcels, second of third stones here for the BEAUDRY team from St. Vital.
Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa! Really good.
And she does make that nice double.
Okay, yeah.
So Cam, it looks from here like this could set up to be another blank.
That's where we're heading here.
Wasn't that the way we wanted
They'll
to?
probably look to
Like that
roll a
one?
little bit here if they can.
I think you like just touched the
I thought I just touched the other.
It all happened so fast.
Nose hit.
Right there. Just nose.
So we're down to Skips Rocks here on the second end of our TELUS Junior Women's Championship game from the Brandon Curling Club. Nothing in play. Another bit of a missed opportunity for the HALUSCHAK team when they slid deep with third stone set up the double kill that the BEAUDRY team was able to execute. This is Skip Grace BEAUDRY from St. Vital.
Clean!
Clean. Whoa.
Just clean! Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Looks like she's just bringing a little more weight on her hits than what the rest of her team is, and they're just staying straighter for her.
Just getting like a hair outside, and then they just run. Okay. I thought I should have left. Felt like I have no idea.
9-3.
Wait, a lot less now. Okay.
It's getting like bad too, so. Oh.
Routine draw to the rings. In the old days, we used to call this a free draw. They have since figured out it's never free.
Hard, girls, hard! Look up!
But an open draw.
Now this looks pretty good.
Hard, girls, hard! Get it there, hard! That's good. Nice sweep, girls. Thank you. What's the number? Was I outside? Yeah, no, I didn't think so.
I didn't think you were outside.
Okay, just think so. That's okay.
Okay. I was gonna throw. She got 9-3, so I'm gonna throw more.
We're down to final stones with this second end. Grace BEAUDRY
just getting
going
like
to the hack.
a touch outside.
Final shot.
And
She'll try to hit and stick to force HALUSCHAK to a hit.
Whoa! Clean! Yeah! Yeah! Okay. Whoa! Whoa!
Yep!
Just clean. Just clean. It's not rolling, so.
Does get the nose hit. I think she dropped her weight a little bit. You'd mentioned that.
No, I mean
9-8.
Yeah.
HALUSCHAK's going with the other turn here. She's going to want to
Interesting
roll out.
call.
Yeah.
Better weight?
8.
Okay, yeah, I'd probably stick closer with that, at least for just nose hits.
Yeah.
And then I can just.
What was my double?
We may find through the course of the game that she has a preference for an in turn. We'll have to watch that.
Yeah.
Final stone of the second end.
Yeah. Yeah! Hard!
I think I just came up.
Hard!
Chloe HALUSCHAK in the hack. Sweepers Liv Leadbeater, Bailey Mangan.
Whoa! No!
And she is going to get the nose hit. Another missed opportunity for the HALUSCHAK team from
That's okay, sorry about
Swan River as they take a single point, an opportunity to blank. So it is 1-0 Swan River over St. Vital after 2 ends at the Brandon Curling Club. We'll be back with end number 3 in a moment.
Eat.
Meet.
Stay. Canad Inn's destination centers are your home for hospitality, with 10 locations in Manitoba and 1 in North Dakota, featuring the finest in accommodations, food and beverage, entertainment, banquet and conference facilities, and so much more. For the best service and best value, your only stop is Canad Inns. Call today at 1-888-33-CANAD or visit us right now at canadinns.com.
We're back in the Brandon Curling Club. TELUS Junior Curling Championship, Junior Women's Championship, brought to you by Rocky Mountain Equipment and Sunrise Credit Unions. Opening end, a blank. Second end, an opportunity to blank. The Swan River skip, Chloe HALUSCHAK, nose hit with her final rock attempt to blank, and so it is after the second end. HALUSCHAK from Swan River won. BEAUDRY from St. Vital, no score, and the first rock is a close center guard, and BEAUDRY asks for the long corner. Again, sort of standard strategy, Cam.
Yeah, I think BEAUDRY's going to be
14-2-5.
relieved at how this turned out for her. She's kind of escaped those few struggles in the first, and HALUSCHAK's going to be a little disappointed.
Yeah, well, it's keening up now.
However, it's still a very close game. They're all right in it here, and they're getting their draw weights figured out here, looks like, as that one comes a little deep, but they've got a guard in play now, which we haven't seen much of yet.
Second lead stones for the HALUSCHAK team. Bailey Mangan. Wants to get around that guard in the top half of the rings, but she's going to slide deep into the back four.
Okay, I like right on top, Chelsea.
Yeah. Just throw the same. You got it.
Mine's good.
Little less.
Yeah, then.
Close.
Okay, Jensen, if you can.
Chelsea Swales, second stone.
Keep going,
straight. Leave it open to tap.
Okay, for 15-7, just way less.
A little shorter than she was wanted to be top 4 foot, but a very usable rock, as she suggested.
Yeah, it's not a bad positional. It's wide open. They can run it back in if they need to. But HALUSCHAK's going to try and put another one in the 4 foot. Come around the other way now.
This is Liv Ledbeater, her first shot of this third end.
Chinese. 80.
And once again slides deep.
Do you like drumming this way or this?
Do you like peeling?
Continues to be a game of missed opportunities. That rock just needed to be in the top 4 foot or top 8 foot.
Yeah, they'd have been better to be short with that one because you could use it later. Now it's
We'll just play this one for now.
no good.
Okay, let's make it. I think it's so tight you could almost roll in. Pending. You got it. Release.
Oh, they're going to rip the top off here.
Yeah! Yeah!
Lead Chelsea Swale, her second stone.
Hard, yeah!
The BEAUDRY team sensing an opportunity to build an end here.
I don't think
Line first or second and third, they would have liked that hit and roll to leave a guard at the corner.
Yeah, HALUSCHAK's just going to put it back.
Well, the Swan River team is in a little bit of trouble here at this point. They do need to get a guard on this rock, otherwise Beaudry and her team are going to be in a position to tap that rock out of the 4-foot and lie 3. This guard attempt appears to be overweight.
I'll just take them a little bit.
You don't know.
Taps and slides by.
They're still just a little bit hot with their draw weight.
And comes to rest back 12-foot, 4th shot rock.
How much can you see?
Yellow stones are the Beaudry team stones. Red is HALUSCHAK from Swan River. That shot stone on the button is about half open.
Do you want to play normal or just like tap it? No, I think normal.
Here's some jam possibilities here if they don't hit this right.
10-3. You got it. Same release. Let's make it.
Well, they have tended to high side all of these hits, and high side is absolutely the wrong side on this. It could end up clearing both yellows if they get it wrong.
Yeah, you
could
want to
end
get
up
to
lying
those.
3. Could lie 3 if they get it right.
It's gonna take back.
Okay, fine. She's popped it, probably to get more weight on. She doesn't need that much weight.
We might be able to get to it now, though.
We're third, we can. What do you like?
I think it's a dangerous play to try and play that yellow one right now with the one sitting on just back button there. She was talking about maybe taking it out. I'd be leaving that one and just going for the guard here. Make Beaudry make that tough shot.
Yeah, it's essential that they get a good guard in play.
Yeah.
Really needs a curl. How up? Okay.
But once again, I think we're overweight.
Yeah, we're a little heavy here again.
So I go through, because I don't want to take it out either.
So the Swan River team is just simply not adjusted to the draw weight at all. There's a rock that my skip would tell me if you're throwing this one, if you hog it, at least I know you tried to throw a guard.
Yeah. Well, and you're taking your sweepers right out of the equation. If you're a little light, the sweepers can drag it, and if you're too heavy, they're got nothing they can do. They can't throw down a straw.
Yeah. Nobody ever did that.
These kids don't even know they don't know what a corn broom is.
Yeah, don't know what that means. So Grace Beaudry now on the previous attempt wanted to play the run back to remove the shot stone from the 4-foot. This time she goes to the out turn, wants to slide by the ring and shot in the top of the rings and tap that rock out of the 4.
Well, with her last shot, she moved the back ones around, so now she has this.
It's okay. That's fine.
So the miss, if you want to call it that they had in their last rock, moved that yellow out of the way so they could actually run this back. That shot wasn't there two shots ago.
Like just missed it.
I just stick shooter.
So the attempt here is to run this yellow rock out, lie 2 reds. The bonus is to run it straight through and take the 1/3 shot rock out of the back of the 12-foot. But again, the possibility that there's a little too much ice been given here.
Yeah. They're going to get a piece of it, but I don't know if they'll stick. Yeah, they'll stick around. But.
And does sit 1 and 2.
Yeah, they're lying
nicely
2
separated.
Here. Yeah.
Play this, or even if we're outside.
What?
The Yellowstones, the Beaudry team from Travertal, have last rock in this 3rd end after forcing the HALUSCHAK team to a single in the 2nd.
Let's make it.
This is the 2nd of 3rd stones. Ariane Purcell's. She'll attempt to hit and roll to the center.
She probably just wants to roll a couple of rocks over.
Whoa! No!
That didn't move at all. Oh, this may turn out real bad. Oh, boy.
How did that work?
Well, it didn't.
Yeah, I like that one.
What?
So,
I love the sense of humor for when you're doing that.
Momentum is shifted around again, and the HALUSCHAK team throwing red has the opportunity to now throw a third rock in the ring.
If she can get something just biting the 4-foot or even top 8, that'll take away a nose hit to score it. They'd have to draw. I think they're looking for top 8 here.
First of skip stones in the third end. Boy, HALUSCHAK on this one did take my advice. She's and our advice. She's throwing it to the sweepers. Short of a bite, but a usable shot.
It's like a third.
Pretty thin, yeah.
Well, there's a thin double here. I think they'll probably go for it. They wouldn't be unhappy with just a roll towards the one on the center line either, even if they didn't take it right out, because they'll probably be in front of it.
We have to hit it pretty thin, so I wouldn't say like clean it right away, but you don't have to sweep it.
All of these hits, in fact, on both turns have tended to be high-sided, so BEAUDRY's got to get across the nose of this rock to get the inside roll.
No. Yeah. Well, no. It's not moving.
Leaves it wide open for a hit and roll to cover. She's in a position now to force BEAUDRY to a single.
Yeah.
No ice, yeah. Sorry. It's okay. Think I can just afford to get black.
So HALUSCHAK goes to the back for her final stone.
I think I'm just giving myself.
We see she's gone to the inside out, so maybe on the previous end it wasn't a question of her preferring in turn as much as her preferring inside out as opposed to outside in, which is
that would be
not so many years ago. Inside out was a standard. These days, outside in tends to be more standard.
This one's really moving. I think they'll be okay though.
Strong sweep hits and does roll out. Leaves the blank opportunity for BEAUDRY.
She can see a good half of this one. Just got to touch it.
So an end that looked as if it presented early on an opportunity for the BEAUDRY team to pick up 2 or 3. Momentum switched and there was an opportunity for the HALUSCHAK team to perhaps steal, at least force.
Or force them, yeah.
And now we're down to the same situation as the second end, a last shot attempt to blank. Final stone, Grace BEAUDRY, St. Vital. Trails 1-0 on a blank attempt.
Got it! Keep going on!
Oh.
Chelsea, sweep it!
You can't.
And that short draw of skip Chloe HALUSCHAK comes into play. Appears to be a biter for a steal of 2. We'll wait till they kick him off to be sure.
We're going to put the stick on this one to make sure it's in, but on the camera it sure looks in.
Yeah, 1 for sure.
1 for sure. We'll measure for 2.
I think they're going to get umpires. I don't know which way it's pushed, but if it's yes, 2.
Either way, huge swing in that end. The BEAUDRY team had the opportunity early for to set up a deuce, possibly even a 3. And ends up with that missed last rock attempt to blank. No question of that being a measure. If the center is anywhere close, that's obviously a biter.
And the camera angle makes it look further out than it is too.
That's a fact. So we'll see what the measuring stick tells us, but it seems pretty obvious that it's well in.
Yeah.
Steal of 2 for the HALUSCHAK team from Swan River. They take a 3-0 lead over the BEAUDRY team from St. Vital after 3 completed ends at the TELUS Juniors in Brandon. We'll be back with end number 4 in just a moment.
Half a century and 20 stores after they opened their first store, McMunn & Yates is still in your neighborhood. Getting involved, supporting consumer and contractor alike. A community building, helping build communities. McMunn & Yates, make it better.
First stone of end number 4 from the TELUS Juniors in Brandon. It is HALUSCHAK from Swan River. Recipient of a bit of a gift on the third end, the Grace BEAUDRY attempting to play past a rock inch or 2 outside the rings to peel a counter out of the back, rubbed that rock onto the rings for a steal of 2. Swan River's HALUSCHAK team leads 3-0 over the BEAUDRY team from St. Vital after 3 completed ends, and the HALUSCHAK team in a very standard conservative move throws their first rock in the rings on the center, and the BEAUDRY team will go to a corner guard.
I'm good. Just a corner. Midway.
Yeah, I think the story so far has been 2 things: heavy draws and wide hits. Which, of course, on this last one was narrow. That's why she rubbed the guard and rubbed it in for 2. But typically, they've been most of the hits have been a little wide, if anything.
Really good, Chelsea.
Good guard there, though.
Much of the hits that have been a challenge have been more in the wings, and they've tended to be high side, meaning that the rock hasn't curled up as much as the teams expected it to. That rock being a hit up the center line was, as you say, that just over curled, or perhaps she had thrown it just a little bit narrow.
Yeah, and she could only see half of that rock that she was trying to pick out of there, so wasn't a lot of room for forgiveness there either.
Should we just cover our draw path?
I like this.
A little heavy on that guard attempt.
No, I got a hit.
BEAUDRY will try to hit and roll behind those 2. That rock in the top 12 foot becomes a guard if she can get behind it.
No. No. Yep. Whoa. No. No roll.
Rub on the back corner of the red rock in the top 12 foot helped a little bit, but it still rolls wide open.
Yeah, I think she can see most of it. Definitely enough to hit it.
As I said in the opening, these are the shots that have mostly been high-sided throughout the early ends. The team's just not adjusting weight and ice completely yet.
Looks like we have another one of the same here.
Full miss, in fact.
I think we can get a piece.
Opportunity for the BEAUDRY team. Some might say you wanted to go to the other side of the 8 foot, Cam. What's your thought?
I think it's a good call to go behind here, because if you go to the 8 foot, you're basically saying, or to the wide side, you're saying, I want to score 2. You tuck one in here, you have a chance of scoring 3 or more. because there's 2 guards in front. If they get one behind this red, they have a good shot. This one's starting to move.
I was going to say you're not wrong in your analysis, but there's the other school of thought that you've been struggling through the first 3 ends. Wouldn't it be comforting to actually score a couple?
Yeah.
They do rub and roll into the top lie second shot.
I don't know. She indicated toward a double here. I think like that red and yellow is frozen there. I don't think she gets by there.
I think she figured that out when she turned around to look at it from the front. So
yeah, no, she changed her call. She's going back to the one they just tried before.
Yeah, you're right. It was snookered on the back of that red rock, so it wasn't going to make contact on the outside one.
Guard is close. Oh, good sweep, girls.
This time they do get the combination of ice and rocks or ice and weight, although over curls a bit, rolls to the button.
That's not a bad spot.
Tapping this one. Maybe even if we can tapping here and roll a little bit. Back 4, back 8 at most.
That camera shot tells me that the rock didn't roll as open as I thought it had. That's Baudry's call is a good one, to tap the yellow behind the guards and roll open.
Yeah, try and split it a bit, and then that'll open up the one on the button there.
Yeah, then. Whoa. Go straight to the back one. Yep. Yeah, then. Yeah.
Gotta love plan B.
All right, guys, gotta go. Keep going. You still got it. Go.
She does slide just past and plays the tap to move it back.
That's my gripper over there.
And in fact, out of play. So the Baudry team lies a pair.
Tighten the hair down. Just touch the front.
HALUSCHAK looking for a hit and roll behind all those guards. Third, Lena Ledbetter.
Nice shot. Just heavy, I think.
Looks like they're maybe just releasing them a bit full too, because you can see it right out of her hand. It popped wide. I'm sitting right behind the sheet. They're coming back at me here, so I can see it. So
I think I throw T-line.
I'm being a skip right now, standing here looking at them, being all critical.
And just unforgiving in that if you don't have the pure release, you're not going to get the action you want on that rock.
I don't mind the draw. Okay. And then if I tick off, I tick off. Right? You like that?
So it's the first of third stones for the St. Vital team, Ariane Purcell. She's asked to draw T-line back 4 foot behind that cluster of rocks, but if she rubs the yellow stone behind and rolls open, that's certainly acceptable plan B.
It's tough to call that shot right from the beginning, because if you hit that yellow too much, then you don't get second shot.
Sorry. 14.75. Sorry, we were.
Yes,
I'm
rubs.
just getting caught because they look like they're way out there, and then they just dive to the center.
The good news for the Baudry team is it slid past just enough that there's really not a double. There's a double on a very narrow pick double, but
I don't think there is actually. If you try the old Hackner double on that one, it'll jam onto that red one. I don't know if it goes out. They've got to hold this to get by.
I had forgotten about that.
They're on the guard here.
So the HALUSCHAK team narrow with a attempted takeout. And again, the opportunity for the Baudry team to put together a 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Well, the 2's in play now. The 3 is what they're working on building.
Yeah, I think they're going to try and separate this or move them around a bit, tap it back, or even a split. If they could get a half a rock split on these, push it behind the other two and roll the shooter over to the left. That'd be a great shot, what they'd be looking for here.
So it's Ariane Curcel's third for the BEAUDRY team from St. Vital.
We're out here. No, we're way more than that.
It's coming in. No.
Chelsea, go if you can, just to get that little.
Well, she was concerned about being wide, but this time around the lighter weight, and it does curl up, but leaves those three clustered in the middle of the rings.
Well, there's got to be one double in
It was a
there.
hair wide and it just undercut a little bit, yeah.
Okay. There's a touch out there and it just didn't curl enough.
I was a hair wide, so it.
If you look at that double she's looking at, but she's going to roll out if she makes the double. The option would be to nose and actually low side hit and just roll to the center line to be in front of the shot rock. We'll see as Chloe HALUSCHAK goes to the hack to throw her first rock of this fourth end.
Can't believe it got by the grid and then tucked around it.
Yeah.
Looking at the double kill.
I think they better get on this.
Makes
that's a
very
good
nice
shot.
contact.
Yep.
Fills them both.
Double and roll and stick around. Yep. It's not shot, but it's there. It's cutting the rings down.
So BEAUDRY will look at drawing behind.
Whenever I see a double or triple or whatever, I think of.
She's taken ice, about the same ice as she took on the previous draw. It had late curl.
Yeah. Something even back 4 foot wouldn't be the worst in the world. You don't really want that, but you want to, if you can bury it there, you're making them think about hitting rather drawing against two and giving them a chance for three. So even being a little deep if you're buried isn't the worst thing here. This one's not coming like her first one did, or her third's last one.
So she is going to be biting the back of the button, but wide open on the center line.
I think they're debating whether to freeze that, or to take it right out, because I don't know if they can roll inside on this. Well, there might be a little bit of air there.
Well, she is taking ice for the draw. HALUSCHAK, with her draw on the previous end, left the rock about 2 inches short of the top of the rings that eventually came into play when it was bumped in. This is a rock that simply there is no margin of error. The rock has to be on the button, or certainly in the full in the front of the 4 foot.
Yeah, once you have a piece of the shot rock here on the button, you want to be sweeping this all the way, even if you tap it a bit, because you do not want to be short here. They've really got to go on this, and I don't know if they'll have a chance on this.
Yeah, I think it just might be the spot, because everything's been coming just outside that path.
So she does come up well short of the rings and leaves Grace BEAUDRY an opportunity to draw basically full 8-foot circle for a 3 and a tie.
Yeah. Pretty much got to touch the 8 foot.
Rock slides to the top of the rings. This one looks like it could slide deep.
Well, they're going to give it a run. Yep, just a little hot.
And it does slide.
Yeah, she made a comment about being out in the frost there, so maybe overthrew it a little bit.
Slides right through, gives up, or scores only a 2 with an opportunity for 3 to tie, but HALUSCHAK leads BEAUDRY 3-2 after 4. We'll be back with end number 5 from Brandon in just a moment.
Eat. Meet. Stay. Canad Inn's destination centers are your home for hospitality, with 10 locations in Manitoba and 1 in North Dakota, featuring the finest in accommodations, food and beverage, entertainment, banquet and conference facilities, and so much more. For the best service and best value, your only stop is Canad Inns. Call today at 1-888-33-CANAD or visit us right now at canadinns.com.
Back in the Brandon Curling Club, end number 5 of the TELUS Junior Women's Championship game between Grace Beaudry playing Chloe HALUSCHAK. HALUSCHAK from Swan River, Beaudry from the St. Vital Curling Club. HALUSCHAK leads 3-2 playing this 5th end. Combination of misses, missed last draw to the 4-foot by HALUSCHAK on the 4th end, followed by a slide deep in the rings by Beaudry. Scores 2, could have had 3. HALUSCHAK from Swan River leading Beaudry from St. Vital 3-2, starting this 5th end. In the 5th end, the first rock is in play as a center guard. Beaudry, having scored the 2 to fight back into the game as the standard center guard. HALUSCHAK goes to the standard corner guard.
Top 4. Okay, top 4. You got it. Girl. You got it. Back 8.
Chelsea Swale's second shot of this 5th end.
Got a 14-9.
That didn't move a lot.
Just didn't want to go.
No, but I got a 14-9 on it.
Late curl, it comes near the center line, but back 8-foot circle. HALUSCHAK looking for a hit and roll behind the corner. And does get the outside roll, but again, as we've seen on many of these
hits there, yeah, still narrow on them.
Many of these outside shots are just not getting. They're not getting broom and ice or weight and ice combination the way they need to get the nose hit or the roll behind. They're getting half shots and rolling away. Jensen Letham.
It's really keen now. You can throw probably 15 for draws.
So there's the explanation. Throw 15 for draws. Early on, talked about 13.5. The 13.5 might have been an exaggeration based on a little frustration, but still an indication it's keened up quite a bit.
Yeah. Well, in practice, I threw the stopwatch on a couple they were throwing there, and I was getting about a 14, a little over 14.5 probably there. So this one's really diving on them.
Liv Leadbeater, an attempt to go behind the corner guard, will leave a second corner guard.
Same spot.
Okay, you got it.
If they can throw sweeping weight on this, so they'll have a chance to bury it.
You got it. Top four.
Quieter weight will move more here, I think.
The hair tight.
Let it go. Just tight.
Second Jensen Letham's second rock of this fifth end.
Bring it as tight as you guys got it. Go, 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 go. You still got it. You still got it. Go, go, go. Push. Go, 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 go.
We're not there.
We have got closer to the ice or the weight, and we do see that late curl. If that had had another 4 to 6 feet of weight on it, it could have got well to the center line or behind.
You guys dragged it to tight. Like, it's so keen.
But if you want to talk about your plan B, that's a better miss than the other ones. You can still tap this one back and use it.
We can come the other turn now.
Yeah.
So HALUSCHAK's going to try to go behind that corner guard again.
I think I like the tap.
This is Liv Leadbeater. She may have upped her weight, and she's going to remove a center guard.
Yeah, it's going to nose the one they just hit, or just threw there.
And not a bad plan B on the HALUSCHAK side.
Okay.
That might have been plan C. Plan B was probably a wick and roll. That might have been C or D.
Yeah, I think you're probably right on that, Cam.
Wide.
Chelsea.
Chelsea's
Jensen,
rock.
you go. Jensen, go. Okay.
We're out there. Chelsea's rock.
Yeah, then.
The Yellowstones thrown by the BEAUDRY team from St. Vital. HALUSCHAK throwing red has hammer after giving up a deuce on the fourth.
Okay, just a little frostier out there. That's okay. I think it's just frostier out here. But the weight would have been probably closer on this side.
And now the HALUSCHAK team will try to go around the centers, going around their red rock rather than the yellows. Smart move.
Sweepers have had their hands up as if it's hot.
And it does slide through.
Yeah.
I like the number one. I think we gotta come this turn though. I like back eight.
Back eight.
Well, there's a fair bit of room to tap this one. If they can get the middle one of those, the left-hand yellow, they don't even have to hit it straight back. A little angle either way, they'll still put it behind cover.
Good call by Skip Grace BEAUDRY. The teams, both teams, struggling a little bit with the perfect draw weight, and playing a tap allows a little more margin of error. They do go wide. And this one will come to rest just in the back of the 12-foot circle.
You're just sliding wide. Like your weight would have been pretty close, like fairly good. Just like you get a hair out there,
Just like tripped. Oh, my other one.
Third lane of Leadbeater.
I'm going to try and follow this right in here.
Try to follow, but it seems to me maybe we've got a little too much ice. I think they weren't paying quite as close attention on that BEAUDRY team draw as might have been desirable.
With quieter weight, this will come though. They're really pounding it here.
I think I mean, it's wide
I
open.
come this way, but I play tighter ice.
Draw.
Yep, the curl on that is proof that, in fact, I was wrong. The line probably was the right line. They just needed to have that extra 8 feet of weight to allow the sweepers to bring it in behind the guards.
I think I like the top.
Okay. I just don't like this turn very much.
No, I'm just saying if I were to play a draw, it'd probably be that turn. Just because this is so far out there now. I think just nose tap.
Yeah.
If they can get this tap back, they can have HALUSCHAK in a lot of trouble here.
No, that's why I'm going to play tighter ice. Okay. I'll throw like back 4.
So it's the in-turn tap call, and if she can get it, as she says, to the back 4 or into the 4-foot, it really does have the HALUSCHAK team in some trouble. They'll probably have to play a tap of their own on their own redstone on the center line.
Less. But she's not moving it. No, less. I'd rather hit the other yellow than tap the red.
This is where she'll probably be trying to throw it narrow, if anything.
First of skip stones in our 5th end from the Brandon Curling Club. An in-turn tap attempt. Coming across the center line to the...
I think we got a good one here.
On that.
He does push it. Full 8-foot circle.
Being a little wide on that probably helped her a little bit because it might have covered that red one for the run back a bit. No, it's still fairly open. It looks like she's just going to try and draw in behind there.
Chloe HALUSCHAK does face 2 as she goes to the hack to throw her opening rock of the 5th end. She will throw the in-turn draw.
I was only throwing back 4.
And as we've seen, as the ice has become keener, very much weight sensitive, and it will curl with the right weight.
It looked like a lot from over there because it was like fairly outside.
You're always thick, so.
Yeah.
I had to do my angry woe, though.
I did too. I yelled.
The in-turn draw is underway.
I was like, oh.
Sweepers have their hands up.
Can you be ready? I'm not timing it. Hard. Go, 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 go. Push it past the 12. Push it past the 12. Go, 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 go. Push it past 12. Push it past 12. Push it past 12. Push it past.
And slides back to leave BEAUDRY lying 2 yellow stones, and the opportunity now to draw to the 4-foot. Top of the 12-foot in that hole would leave HALUSCHAK nothing but a bump on the red.
Yeah, the miss here is to be light. Plug that hole. You don't want to be heavier. Back 4-foot just gives her something to come to.
If we block the path, that's pretty good too. Like even if we're just top 12.
What she said.
Buried, then she doesn't have to draw. Yeah,
Made you and I look like we knew what we were talking about.
Tapping it far, no, I'd say like a couple feet maybe. There's 2 feet.
And here we do see that curl to the ice with the weight. It's going to be somewhat open, but a near perfect shot. BEAUDRY lies 3.
I don't know if there's any air on this one to get shot out of it.
That's not bad.
If they can hit it and roll inside, you have to roll inside to get shot. And I don't know if there's enough room for that. I think they have to do the run back here.
Just leave it high. We always.
I didn't think it would hang so much for so long. I thought it was hot.
Yeah, she could inside a bit off that stone just thrown, but not enough to get shot stone. I don't
think so, because you have to throw enough weight to roll that far, and with that weight, it won't move that much.
So her choice is to play tap to the forefoot, run back, hit, or hit the yellow stone just thrown and give up a single point.
Okay. Yesterday we played really fast. Yeah, I know, but...
Little meeting to talk about it.
Oh, they're calling a timeout. Bring the coach in.
We're going to take a timeout.
The backing of my ear.
It's probably a good timeout to take, having given up the 2 on the previous end, facing possible 3 then, facing 3 now. Maybe the coach will have the opportunity to talk a little bit about what they do want to accomplish here in terms of is giving up 1 the right call.
He knows it, they're not shot.
No. So we're going to start our 5th and break it
The peel? Or the pick? Well, just because I thought I could see enough to be blank.
Yeah, you should, but what was your risk?
That.
So just draw forward. It's never ever good. Now just down 1-0. So it was so close. Leg flat. But this is a bit flat. Being on the side. They haven't picked it up. I just picked it up.
Yeah, I was getting team 5 for...
I remembered our rule.
Yeah, that's...
I know, that she can't... Do you hear me?
No
Do
problem.
you hear me, Angry Bull, in the tap?
Oh, yeah,
I was
yeah.
like...
But they were sleeping for weight.
I know. I do
Yeah,
know.
but
You guys
that's
just,
all we
I'm
wanted.
not saying that you guys didn't listen. I mean, you guys didn't hear me. I was like...
It's a foot. Just a foot.
Looks like they're talking about the out-turn draw around the wide side. There might be a line there to get shot if you can bite edge of the forefoot there.
Well, it was certainly from the highest red guard on the right-hand side. We saw that the line exists, that's for sure. So while they finalize the decision, I can tell you that the interesting developments on other sheets in terms of the teams at the top of the ranks in both pools. In this same pool that we're watching, Cheyenne Ennis is the pool leader with a record of 2-0, but playing Tansy Tober in the 4th end of their game. Tober leads 4-0. So if Ennis loses and falls back, a record of 2-1 is going to be now top of the pool, and that's certainly what BEAUDRY would have if they go on to win here. In the other game, the 2 undefeated, on the other pool, the 2 undefeated teams, Zoe Tarek, Morgan Magay, both 2-0 after yesterday's play, and Magay leads that game 4-1, playing after at the 5th end break. So interesting developments in the at the top of the pools in the competition. But Zoe HALUSCHAK has now made her choice with her last shot facing here. She's going to play the gentle tap. She can get to the nose of it. The margin of error on weight exists. The in-turn tap. Liv Ledbeater, Bailey Magin, the sweepers. Close to the nose of it. Pushes it in. Will give up a steal of 2. So at the 5th end break, the BEAUDRY team has fought back from down 3 after 3 and now leads 4-3 at the 5th end break. From the TELUS Juniors to the Brandon Curling Club. We'll be back after the break.
Why not? Just watch. Why not? Keep scrolling, I slide. Why not?
As a broadcaster and Hall of Fame football player, I'm constantly in the lab of life. For 15 years, my friends at Knock Auto Corp have been pioneers as well.
Why not?
Introducing Winnipeg Car Lab, custom car wraps, graphics, and auto
Why
services. Winnipeg, why not get in the lab?
If you grow up in a small town in this part of the world, you basically learn how to curl real young. The kids and even adults who didn't have a place to go because so many facilities were closed. So people started gravitating to our rink and coming out and skating, curling. It became a place to come every weekend for so many families. We would see upwards of 70 people coming and going, on a given Saturday or Sunday. I think it means a huge amount to so many people. It's an opportunity for friends, family, everybody to get together, have some fun.
At Viterra, we believe in the power of connection. Our world-leading agriculture network connects producers and consumers to supply top-quality food ingredients each and every day. Our team takes great pride in working closely with farmers to help feed the world. It's something we've been doing for over 100 years. And as an industry leader, we're dedicated to playing a critical role in meeting the needs of a growing world. Because together, we're stronger and achieve more.
Half a century and 20 stores after they opened their first store, McMunn & Yates is still in your neighborhood. Getting involved, supporting consumer and contractor alike. A community building, helping build communities. McMunn & Yates, make it better.
Eat. Meet. Stay. Canad Inn's destination centers are your home for hospitality, with 10 locations in Manitoba and 1 in North Dakota, featuring the finest in accommodations, food and beverage, entertainment, banquet and conference facilities, and so much more. For the best service and best value, your only stop is Canad Inns. Call today at 1-888-33-CANAD or visit us right now at canadinns.com.
RME, proud sponsor of Curl Manitoba and the TELUS Junior Provincial Championship. With 10 locations in Manitoba, RME is your preferred Case IH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
Asham Curling Supply.
Superior fit, comfort, and performance. Asham curling shoes are the best we've ever used.
Hi folks, I'm Arnold Asham, and our product is always satisfaction guaranteed or your money back.
Asham Curling Supplies.
That's your best delivery of the day.
And the locker room celebrations are already underway, and they're going to be all night long. Here's a team who struggled early on.
Be a player. Bet with Manitoba Sportsbook. Play Now Sports.
Why not? Just watch. Why not? Keep scrolling, I slide. Why not?
As a broadcaster and Hall of Fame football player, I'm constantly in the lab of life. For 15 years, my friends at Knock Auto Corp have been pioneers as well.
Why not?
Introducing Winnipeg Car Lab, custom car wraps, graphics, and auto
Why
services. Winnipeg, why not get in the lab?
If you grow up in a small town in this part of the world, you basically learn how to curl real young. The kids and even adults who didn't have a place to go because so many facilities were closed. So people started gravitating to our rink and coming out and skating, curling. It became a place to come every weekend for so many families. We would see upwards of 70 people coming and going, on a given Saturday or Sunday. I think it means a huge amount to so many people. It's an opportunity for friends, family, everybody to get together, have some fun.
At Viterra, we believe in the power of connection. Our world-leading agriculture network connects producers and consumers to supply top-quality food ingredients each and every day. Our team takes great pride in working closely with farmers to help feed the world. It's something we've been doing for over 100 years. And as an industry leader, we're dedicated to playing a critical role in meeting the needs of a growing world. Because together, we're stronger and achieve more.
Half a century and 20 stores after they opened their first store, McMunn & Yates is still in your neighborhood. Getting involved, supporting consumer and contractor alike. A community building, helping build communities. McMunn & Yates, make it better.
Eat. Meet. Stay. Canad Inn's destination centers are your home for hospitality, with 10 locations in Manitoba and 1 in North Dakota, featuring the finest in accommodations, food and beverage, entertainment, banquet and conference facilities, and so much more. For the best service and best value, your only stop is Canad Inns. Call today at 1-888-33-CANAD or visit us right now at canadinns.com.
RME, proud sponsor of Curl Manitoba and the TELUS Junior Provincial Championship. With 10 locations in Manitoba, RME is your preferred Case IH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
Asham Curling Supply.
Superior fit, comfort, and performance. Asham curling shoes are the best we've ever used.
Hi folks, I'm Arnold Asham, and our product is always satisfaction guaranteed or your money back.
Asham Curling Supplies.
That's your best delivery of the day.
And the locker room celebrations are already underway, and they're going to be all night long. Here's a team who struggled early on.
Be a player. Bet with Manitoba Sportsbook. Play Now Sports.
We're back at the Brandon Curling Club for end number 6 of our game in the TELUS Juniors Manitoba Junior Women's Curling Championship. A game between Grace BEAUDRY of St. Vital and Chloe HALUSCHAK of Swan River. An interesting game. Opening end a blank. Second end, HALUSCHAK had a chance to blank. Nose hit to go up 1-0. Third end, BEAUDRY attempting to blank, hitting a rock in the back of the 12-foot past a HALUSCHAK rock just off the rings, rubbed that rock, pushed it on for a steal of 2 and a 3-0 HALUSCHAK lead after the third end. In the fourth end, facing a couple of rocks, HALUSCHAK with her last rock decided to try a draw to the 4-foot. Came up short of the rings, left BEAUDRY the opportunity to draw for 3. That rock slid just through the rings. BEAUDRY scored a pair to trail 3-2. And in the fifth end, facing 3, HALUSCHAK with her last rock attempted a tap back, had the perfect weight on the tap on a rock of her own about 2 feet in front of the rings, pushed it into the 8-foot, but the angle wasn't quite right, gave up a steal of 2. So after 5 completed ends, Grace BEAUDRY and her team from St. Vital lead Chloe HALUSCHAK and her team from Swan River by a score of 4-3. My name is Resby Coots. The Brandon Curling Club is Cam Taves, and we're back with you for the next 5 ends of what's been an interesting game. In some cases, Cam, a game of a few mistakes and missed opportunities, and yet as they've adjusted to the ice, a few more darn good shots, and it looks like we could have a very entertaining game going forward.
Yeah, it's not for lack of skill. Both teams have shown they're good curlers. They know what they're doing. It's just maybe the adjustment to draw weight and a couple of hits that have been a little wide. But just like this end starting here too, just a little bit heavier on their draws. So I think this ice might be a bit quicker than what some of them play on in club ice. And they're just adjusting their draw weight here.
So this is the HALUSCHAK second live lead beater. Redstones do have last rock here in the 6th end. See that guard just off the center line. An attempt to roll or to draw. A little rub there would have been really
should have jumped that one and swept it and just gone for the roll, the wick over.
You're better light than heavy.
That's a good comment.
Well, here's a situation where momentum has shifted to the BEAUDRY team. They had that chance for 3 on the 4th. They were lying 3 when HALUSCHAK threw her last on the 5th. They're taking control of the game, and with a rock in the 4-foot, without last rock, better light as a guard is absolutely
Chelsea,
correct.
go. She can go. Hard, Chelsea, go, 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 push. You got it. Go, go, go. You got it. Still got it. Go, 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 go. Still got it. Go,
Chelsea
go, go.
Swale, Ariane Courcelles, the sweepers.
15-8.
Baudry lies 3. Doesn't look as if that one on the corner is biting.
I don't think it is.
That's crazy.
But I did think it was deeper.
They'll be looking for the double here, I think. Just sit in front of it.
One of 2 doubles possible. If she does come narrow and hit the guard, that yellow on the corner is a catcher and could spill the red into the rings. Or she could tap it into the rings. That's the negative side of the same equation. Baudry lies 4.
Do you like
that's where you stand and shake your head and go, how did that happen?
Yeah. Way.
With the first of third stones, Ariane Courcelles, Baudry now in position to go all out for a steal and possibly a steal of more than one.
Well,
He
if
can
they
get
can
a
get
guard on these two.
if they can get a guard just over center line here, they're going to have HALUSCHAK in a lot of trouble here. This one looks a little hot, though.
Needs to curl.
Needs to curl.
They need.
Yeah, Judson, go. Judson, go. Go, 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 go. Okay, that's fine. 15-9.
And this is where you're calling for one thrown overhand.
1, 5.
Just. Yeah. It's just super keen.
So it's Lena Leadbeater will throw her first stone. If she can throw the weight, she can move 2 or 3 yellow stones. Coming to the center line, she's going to make contact with something. That's about the worst,
narrow, yeah.
the worst possible result. She did move that one off to the biter position. But the 2 keystones, the 2 more or less up the center, are unmoved, and the opportunity to guard a king.
Yeah, if they can get a guard around that logo up top there, that'd be where they'd want to be right now.
Line's a little tight.
Just possible tight is what we want to get a little further across center.
No, over.
Judson!
Over and off.
Chelsea Swale and Jensen Letham.
That's a great throw. Great throw.
I know, but.
And exactly where you said they wanted it, on that logo. No choice but to rip the guard.
Yeah, hopefully run in and pick something else off. If you get it almost nose, maybe one down the center line or.
Hello. That was really good. And we have this one too.
Tap it.
Lena Leadbeater, her second stone of the 6th end.
Hey, what do you like? Do you like? I don't even hate coming to the other side.
Honestly,
I don't think I can wrap one in there.
Yeah, it's going to slide past. And past.
I don't really know.
I think I like coming here.
No, I don't.
Or even
do that.
Here.
So Baudry lying 3, we think.
Come this way?
2 yellows close but not biting.
It'd be tricky.
According to the overhead camera shot.
Here, be light than heavy.
I'd rather she try and pin it for her.
Yeah, I think I like this turn.
This?
I like.
If you're here?
I like just outside the 8 foot.
Like that?
Maybe a hair less. Yeah. I like this.
Baudry's decision here, a wise one. Force HALUSCHAK to draw to the button, full 4 foot at least.
Yeah, we prefer
she can throw into the top of the 12 foot over here. If she's short, she fills the hole, which is a possible shot for HALUSCHAK.
Yeah, she'll leave the other side for her next shot. If she goes there now and HALUSCHAK puts one in behind her, she has to run it back. So plug this side first.
Grace Beaudry, St. Vital, first shot of the 6th end. Beaudry leads 4-3.
Chelsea's! Hard Chelsea!
Whoa, no Chelsea!
Chelsea swell, Jensen Latham.
Just leave it.
Sweepers.
Leave it. Good.
And they have accomplished their objective. There is no shot now on that side of the rings.
I didn't think that down when I let it go. What do you guys get?
They're looking at one, but I don't think
Well,
it's there.
Turns out there may be, but playing any kind of a hit over there is a cut down shot. It isn't a shot to score.
Yeah, I think you try and draw to the 4-foot there now. If you can get in there, you could get shot, be kind of corner frozen.
Yeah, yours is a 17.
You'd have a chance at 1, maybe
like
even
that.
2
It's covered really
if
well.
you can tuck the corner.
She's trying her draw now, so.
Yeah.
Throw it to your sweepers here.
Yeah, I like that. I like that better than just like trying to draw in this way, because if the angle.
So for the 3rd end in a row, Chloe HALUSCHAK faces a lot of yellow stones with her first stone.
Like this, Fred.
Needs to draw to the top of the 4-foot circle, try to half tuck behind the rock in the top 8-foot, cornered to the rock in the 4-foot circle.
Are you timing?
Yeah.
Chloe HALUSCHAK. The sweepers, Liv Leadbeater, Bailey Mangan.
I know, because it's still out there.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to.
Concerned about weight.
That looks hot too.
I'm going to be ready. Since you were just out of the 12-foot, full 12. Yeah.
Well, the weight was good.
She did have a good handle on the weight.
Yeah, if that's one where you want to throw it a little bit lighter and let your sweepers move it a bit too. I mean, it ended up where you wanted as far as depth goes, but if you throw it lighter, it'll draw more, and your sweepers can move it a bit too.
Probably started wide, either wide in delivery or a little too much ice take. So here's an opportunity for Beaudry of St. Vital to hit. She indicated a willingness to roll to the corner. The more aggressive roll would be to the center line to
cut off the path a bit. Yeah.
Try to cut off the path completely.
Yeah, really hard.
A little inside on this release.
Really hard.
Grace Beaudry's final shot of the 6th.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jensen, hard on it.
Nose hit. Leaves a double kill if HALUSCHAK prefers to hit. Leaves a draw that she's just throwing the perfect weight on if she prefers to draw.
Yeah, it's what you want to throw right now.
Just came out of here tight.
You hit a quarter of that one right there. It'll roll right in. It should roll right into the one on the 4-foot. Should get you shot.
That probably was, and I thought that wasn't bad though.
No.
Like I was fine with nosing it as long as it was flashing. Like,
So she'll throw the intern hit. For the 3rd in a row, as I said, in the 4th, HALUSCHAK throwing her last rock facing 2. In the 5th, facing 3. Now here in the 6th, facing 4. That's not a trend that the coach is going to be comfortable with.
Don't think about the 4, just think about the shot.
A turning point shot here for Chloe HALUSCHAK. She throws.
I think they're going to want to get on this one soon.
underweight just enough to curl too much and slide right through the rings to give up a steal of 4.
I think it's 4.
2 possible biters don't appear from the overhead camera shot to be in play.
Yeah, I think it's just out. Yeah, 4.
So it is a 4, a stolen 4, and an 8-3 lead for Grace Beaudry and her team from the St. Vital Curling Club after 6 in Brandon. We'll be back with end number 7 in just a moment.
Why not? Just watch. Why not? Keep scrolling, I slide. Why not?
As a broadcaster and Hall of Fame football player, I'm constantly in the lab of life. For 15 years, my friends at Knock Auto Corp have been pioneers as well.
Why not?
Introducing Winnipeg Car Lab, custom car wraps, graphics, and auto
Why
services. Winnipeg, why not get in the lab?
So bad.
Gotcha.
Well, I'm taking applied in grade 12. Well, my math teacher told me to take 3 Cal Essentials. And I said, I can't do that if I'm not taking 2 maths.
So we're back in the Brandon Curling Club. Grace Beaudry has fought back from trailing by 3 after 3 consecutive, or after the third end. Score a deuce, steal a 4, and it is 8-3 for Beaudry and her St. Vital team over the Swan River team, skipped by Chloe HALUSCHAK.
Yeah, that last rock that HALUSCHAK threw there, I think should have just jumped it a bit quicker. The way to miss that was a nose hit rather than too narrow.
I think she had the weight that she was looking for. She was looking for that weight that would just push the Yellowstone back into the back 12 and roll over, and I think she executed that part of her plan perfectly. It just, as we've seen, this ice is curling pretty good as it comes to the rings with that down weight, and she just overcurled that little bit. As you say, a sweep to a nose hit was the mistake to make if you could.
Yeah. And that's a mistake people make, is more often not sweeping soon enough than over sweeping.
Well, one of the functions of an event like this TELUS Junior Championship is to create competitive experience for teams who don't necessarily have the opportunity. The Beaudry team, playing out of the St. Vital in Winnipeg, has the opportunity to play a considerable number of the Manitoba Junior Curling Tour events, and in fact has been pretty successful. They're ranked tied number 4 on the Manitoba Junior Curling Tour, winners of an event earlier in the season, finalists in the Manitoba Tour Championship a couple of weeks ago, and an experienced team, certainly in comparison with the HALUSCHAK team that playing in Swan River doesn't have the same opportunity to play the number of events or the number of more experienced competitive junior teams, and it's probable that you could say that experience is showing now in this last 2 or 3 ends, where the Beaudry team didn't get rattled by being down 3. They just went about their business trying to build an end of 2 or 3, and after they got the first 2, you could sense that things were going to start to go their way.
Yeah, she just kept her head down there. Like, the first 3 ends could be real frustrating for Beaudry, but she just kept playing her game and trusting herself, and it's turned around really good for her.
So playing the third shot of the end, the second Liv Leadbeater faces a couple in the rings, a couple of Beaudry stones. Try to remove one, stay in play. No, that's a good miss, in that if you're going to miss that top rock, you might as well get rid of one.
Yeah, exactly. Make it pay. Don't wait and then just wick off the other one, or just rub it enough that it moves over behind cover and yours rolls out. Good idea to jump on the plan B there.
So Beaudry will look at removing the rock from the top 8-foot circle that's behind cover.
There's a rock where you'll want to play it tight, that if you are tight, you can pick the guard off, and there's nothing wrong with that.
We're late enough in the end now that the free guard zone rule is no longer in play.
Or you just carve it right by like that and do it that way.
And I think that's also an indication that Grace Beaudry was struggling with getting that combination of weight and ice early in the game, and she's got a better handle on it now. That was a well-called, well-executed shot past the guard.
And some strong sweeping.
I know.
Second of second stones for HALUSCHAK. Liv Leadbeater, she's asked now to play a hit again. Makes it this time, pushes it past her own in the back.
Nose might get it.
Just off on the inside.
Yeah. I mean, if I just hit it or two, so it's not bad. Let's make it. Okay.
They can get both of them out of here if they hit this on the nose or just off nose to the inside. Most important thing is make one go away.
Third, Ariane Courcelles.
Yeah. Whoa!
She had the angle right, needed a little more weight. But Beaudry line two, that, and the rock on the top left is partially buried, as you can see from this camera angle.
Good sweep. Works.
Yeah, I think you can probably see 3/4 of it. And it's a fairly long guard.
Hit and roll open. I think, Cam, though, here's a case where team is maybe trying to minimize the amount they're going to lose by, and a situation where if you're going to lose, you might as well attack and see if you can't score 2 or 3, and playing a hitting game of this style just isn't going to make that happen.
No, I think they need to... they should be playing more of a tap game with trying to keep those in the back. Like, a guard is good out front, but sometimes one in the back can be a guard for you too. These are 10-end games, so they still have 4 ends left to get into. They're only down by 5. So.
But a small opportunity here now. There is a guard and an opportunity perhaps to hit and roll behind both the guard and the Beaudry stone in the 8-foot circle. It's not a perfect guard. There'd still be a tap back opportunity. It's still a need to take advantage of whatever cover there is available. Third Lena Leadbeater and taps and rolls away. High shot rock, but wide open.
Just struggling to generate something here right now.
The Swan River team has allowed this seventh end to be a pretty routine end for the BEAUDRY team, and that's exactly what they would have wanted at this point. The opportunity to play open hits.
Yeah, it's going exactly Grace's way here.
Yeah. No. No. Rolling out.
High sides it again as was happening early in the game, but rolls to bite.
Still in a good position to force for BEAUDRY. If
well, that biter is exactly the force rock, isn't it? And no matter what happens with the yellow one in the center of the rings, red has to score with as long as there are two yellows.
Yeah.
So Chloe HALUSCHAK will try to draw behind the two guards or two rocks on the right-hand side of the center line.
with where that's sitting, that might not be a bad idea to hit that one right now with a hack weight or a backline weight, because you could remove it and then flop behind the cover. Whereas if you try and bury behind it, they might have a run back on you.
Well, we'll see as Chloe HALUSCHAK throws her in-turn draw. Her sweepers are on it. Liv Leadbeater, Bailey Mangan. She'll slide deep into the 4-foot, wide open.
Okay, just make it.
Final stone of the end for Grace BEAUDRY.
She's going to probably try and flop one way or the other here, not nose hit.
She'll be lying 3, forcing HALUSCHAK to throw her final again, facing the cluster of yellow stones.
Go right away.
She's got a piece of it.
Yeah.
Just looking to peel it out of there.
Not a bad result. Absolutely get rid of it.
Does want to give Chloe anything to draw to or use as backing. Well, she just threw this one. Repeat it.
So it is the final stone of the 7th end of our game from the TELUS Junior Women's Curling Championship at the Brandon Curling Club. The Curl Manitoba live stream brought to you by Rocky Mountain Equipment and Sunrise Credit Union. Chloe HALUSCHAK faces a pair. She has to draw to full 8-foot, light 4-foot for a single. Sweepers staying away from it. Hopeful little indication with the hand that it's not that bad. But it does slide through the 4-foot, through the 8-foot, through the 12-foot. Not quite through. No, it is through. Gives up another steal of 2. And our game is Grace BEAUDRY St. Vital, now 10. HALUSCHAK from Swan River, 3 after 7 completed ends. We'll have the 8th end momentarily.
RME, proud sponsor of Curl Manitoba and the TELUS Junior Provincial Championship. With 10 locations in Manitoba, RME is your preferred Case IH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
Curling in the small town part of Manitoba is really big in the winter. It's something for the community to do, and it really brings the community together. We can hold annual events like our Bonspiels and our weekly nights. It's really something to do for everyone in the community. You can do it from any age.
We're back with our TELUS Juniors Manitoba Junior Women's Championship game from the Brandon Curling Club. Wesley Coots, Cam Taves with commentary. Grace BEAUDRY is taking complete control of the game now with a steal of 2 on the 7th end to lead 10-3 in the 8th. And HALUSCHAK just needs to make something happen this end. Some guards, some freezes, some taps, keep lots of rocks in play and see if she can't build some kind of an end.
Yeah, very important to have a guard here, maybe even 2 of them.
For sweepers, bring that rock over. It is first guard completed.
Okay, a little bit less. Slow down though. Okay. Cool.
Chelsea Swale.
Line's good. Okay, just for weight, line's really nice.
Close.
Jensen, no, yeah, sweep it to it. Jensen, oh wait, no, you're good. Yeah. 15. It was a 15. Really nice, Chelsea.
White top 8. The BEAUDRY team has now got pretty comfortable with the ice there where they were making half shots through the first half of the game. They're now making their draws pretty much to the point they want them.
Yeah, they've figured out the draw weight.
Nice shot, Chelsea.
Bailey Mangan going to go around the guard she just placed earlier. And does slide into the top 12-foot, bite the 8-foot.
We're still
Not
1-2.
quite. But well behind the guard.
Cat.
No, Peel.
We can't.
Oh.
Remembering their 5-guard rule. Yeah.
Midway.
Tighter's better. You got it.
An indication that this is a team that has learned to curl together and to communicate together and to make sure that in that instance the skip had just had a bit of a mind pause and couldn't remove that guard. Her team wouldn't allow her to make that call.
No, line's okay. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. It should be fine. No, it's okay. I don't. No. Don't want it.
So alternatively, the guard is called and made.
6. I just didn't want to bring it in.
Which some people might disagree with when you have this big a lead this late in the game, whether to leave a guard of your own out front.
What? I was like...
You might just want to bring that right in, because your guard could become the other team's guard.
Exactly. The opportunity, since it is not a perfect guard, certainly you can see the Christmas tree effect on the 2 yellows in the rings. She can tap and roll off either to roll behind the corners.
I can only tell closer to center.
Second Liv Leadbeater.
This might turn out real well for her here.
Does make that contact on the top one. Rolls a little too far, not behind the guard, but still open in the far side of the 12-foot.
That's why.
This is a case where you just start ripping. I don't know if I like this call about drawing in there. I'd be taking theirs out of there.
Or now maybe peel that red guard, trying to drive it through and remove one of the reds as well.
Yeah.
But she's keeping her foot on the gas.
Well, she senses victory, and that's not necessarily a bad thing.
No.
Continue to put the pressure on.
Yeah, if you can steal another one here, you're probably getting handshakes. Whereas if you cut them down to 2, they might keep playing.
And it's also fair to say that she may be feeling that her team has now got a feel for the draw weight, and she wants to kind of reinforce that going forward into the games, the next couple of games, which are going to be tougher, more competitive games.
Yeah.
So she does put it partially buried behind that guard that she threw earlier, and it does leave Chloe HALUSCHAK the opportunity to play the same hit and roll. If she can make this and have 3 in behind that guard on that side, it begins to look like a lot of rocks all of a sudden. Doesn't curl up quite enough. Another inch of curl and she would have rolled behind the guard, but hits and rolls away.
I don't think they were hearing their skip calling them off on that one. I think she was trying to get them to stop sweeping. It's pretty loud out there.
I just don't like leaving reds in the house right now.
That's wide open. Yeah.
Well, okay, but it becomes a debate. You cover this one, great. If you don't cover it, you're given the opportunity to the opponent to lay 3 and gain some energy back. Where if you remove that red one in the far corner, the worst that's going to happen to you this end is give up 2, and you still have a 5-point lead. So interesting call.
Chelsea! No!
Chelsea, a little?
No. Okay, really good.
This one doesn't, however, give her the partial cover that they got on the earlier draw, and probably leaves double kill and roll behind the guard.
Well, there's an option here. If you hit it a little narrow, you could roll behind cover. Well, you could almost double it and still roll behind cover. If you have enough weight.
It's Lena Ledbeater.
This one needs to move a bit. Really good
and
shot.
She does hit and roll behind, but not
really nice
fully
shot.
behind cover.
Okay.
And now the BEAUDRY team has to be all in to protect the steal.
Well, you've kind of made your bed, right?
Yeah. I gave.
Marianne Crusells.
Chelsea's all the way.
Always, Chelsea. It's really.
Always. No then.
It's really gotta move.
Chelsea, go. Chelsea, you have to go because we
Go
gotta
ahead.
move over a mile.
Really gotta move.
You
Yeah.
gotta move it. You gotta move it. Hard. Go. That's fine.
So the BEAUDRY team does lie 2. But once again, the opportunity to hit and roll.
They've got that same shot again.
We're flirting with the big end. We're flirting with the big end. But if we can keep...
Well, I just there's no point in hitting them if we can play the same shot over and over again.
No,
they're playing the same shot.
I'm not arguing with the call.
Lena Leadbeater with her
I like
final third stone of this 8th end.
Do you got it? I don't have my mitts on.
A little quieter weight. This one moved a lot more.
But pushes it out of the rings. BEAUDRY lies 1. HALUSCHAK lies 4.
This might leave them a double. If she hits this red that just came down at an angle, she could flop over to cover hers and maybe even pick one of those frozen ones out of there too. Make her feel less nervous about the pile of reds in play.
We really got to make sure we're getting rid of a couple here at least.
She also can, if she happens to high side it, which has been the tendency all day, she maybe drives it back and removes one red, jams the other, rolls out of the rings, and leaves HALUSCHAK a shot for 4. The mistake on this one will be nose hit rather than high side hit.
No.
Really? Hard. Yeah. Hard.
So she makes the contact, makes the nose hit, rolls behind the guard.
She couldn't have done that much better.
That is a 5-point on a 4-point scoring system, no question. That's a 5-point shot.
Yep.
So
showing half of showing half of each one of them.
What was the weight?
You came out a little tight again,
I was trying to feel less.
Okay. I think you just lined up a hair tight, like it wasn't like you were...
That is a pistol.
Crazy, but like...
Great shot.
Good. It buried quite nicely, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's third.
Yeah.
Absolutely best shot we've seen on replay all day.
It's just, I think it's like a third, closer to half, but I think
She just has got to now contact the shot rock and stay in the 4-foot circle. There's no shot on the first zone.
if she freezes, I think we just come right on top of it.
Now we have Skip and third trying to figure things out together.
Well, they're trying to figure out how to get a big end.
Second?
I think so. I didn't check for sure.
Rolls out, I think we play the double. Or hit one of them.
You can play the double.
Or I can just draw in again, but because if I can get one where I get it.
We have 2 timeouts too.
Yeah, I'll probably
depending what happens here. Because she takes the top one.
Depending on the weight she throws.
So 7th rock of the end for goalie HALUSCHAK.
Sorry.
Really close.
Fairly tight to the guard.
The catchers. Yeah, he's got the catchers there.
So again, she lies 4. Or 4 second shots, I guess I should have said, because obviously the Yellowstone in the center of the house is the shot stone.
Gonna take a time out here and talk about this. This is where you've got to make a really good shot. Take your time. It's be a swing end if you make a mistake here.
Coach Guy BEAUDRY, no question in his mind. You got to be playing to the center of the rings here. You've made that 8-foot guard draw perfectly several times, and that's the shot you want. But if you're short, you cover your own shot. If you're a little deep, you bump it, but you're still lying a couple.
We're throwing a draw, but lighter is better. You have to.
Hey, you guys come behind the corner guard for third shot, that's okay. Yeah. We're trying to avoid giving up 5.
No.
We want to be not too open. We don't want to leave a double.
Yeah.
We've got to be across on the outside.
That side, yeah.
A little bit. Okay? But we're okay outside the house.
Yeah.
Maybe a touch left. It's about a 14-7, 14-8. This is about a 15, so I'd say 14,
if we can get here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Or.
Well, I think it's fair to say that Coach Guy Beaudry is excited about the prospect of giving up a 5 and is pretty clear in his mind what has to happen, and has relayed that message in no uncertain terms to his young team.
Yeah. I like that. He made it very clear to them, too, what you got to do. You don't like to talk about plan Bs too much or how to miss something, but it's better to say do this or do that instead of saying don't do this.
Absolutely. You need to be positive. Final shot in an interesting turn of events, facing the potential of giving up 4 or 5 with a miss. Grace Beaudry, her last rock out-turn draw needs to be top 8-foot circle, Christmas tree between the guard and the rock and the 4-foot.
Yeah.
This is looking really good.
Right here.
Gonna slide past
Little
that
light,
guard.
yeah. Little light. Little light. There is a shot.
She has
there.
over curled
There's a
and
shot
has
for 5.
left. What? You can barely see that rock at the bottom, but you can see half of that rock now. So this is a tap back for 5 to get right back into the game.
You know, this is the kind of shot where you want to make sure you move that one on the 4-foot right out of there, even if your shooter doesn't stick around.
That is
because you're getting 4. If you can get that one off the right out of the rings, you're getting 4. If you can stick around with the shooter, you're getting 5. So you do not want to be narrow on this one and rub the guard. You want to make sure that one's gone. Your better miss is to hit it thin and just knock it out and roll your shooter out.
He's gonna be mad about it now.
So here we go. Chloe HALUSCHAK of Swan River is in the hack. She has an opportunity to put a 5 on the scoreboard to pull within 2 at 10-8. It is a last rock tap up the center line. She wants to tap the rock out of the 4-foot circle, roll it out of the rings. Begins to curl.
Oh, they left it too long.
She does rub and roll. The guard turned out
never
to be
got off
good
that.
enough.
They should have never got off that one.
So there is the single point, and the score now is at 11-3 for the team from St. Vital, the Grace Beaudry team, playing the HALUSCHAK team from Swan River. It looks like there's a little consultation on whether or not we'll play on. We'll be back in a moment, or we won't, depending on what the decisions are. It is 11-3 Beaudry over HALUSCHAK after 8.
At Viterra, we believe in the power of connection. Our world-leading agriculture network connects producers and consumers to supply top-quality food ingredients each and every day. Our team takes great pride in working closely with farmers to help feed the world. It's something we've been doing for over 100 years. And as an industry leader, we're dedicated to playing a critical role in meeting the needs of a growing world. Because together, we're stronger and achieve more.
Asham Curling Supply.
Superior fit, comfort, and performance. Asham curling shoes are the best we've ever used.
Hi folks, I'm Arnold Asham, and our product is always satisfaction guaranteed or your money back.
Asham Curling Supplies.
That's your best delivery of the day.
Eat. Meet. Stay. Canad Inn's destination centers are your home for hospitality, with 10 locations in Manitoba and 1 in North Dakota, featuring the finest in accommodations, food and beverage, entertainment, banquet and conference facilities, and so much more. For the best service and best value, your only stop is Canad Inns. Call today at 1-888-33-CANAD or visit us right now at canadinns.com.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, we play on at the Brandon Curling Club. It is the TELUS Junior Women's Curling Championship of Manitoba. BEAUDRY now 11-3 against the team from Swan River, skipped by Coley HALUSCHAK. And into now the 9th end, that first rock slides through the rings. HALUSCHAK needed to build an end on the 8th end, did exactly that. But overcurled just a little bit with her last rock on the 8th. An opportunity to play past a rock in the top of the rings to shot rock in the 4-foot circle, tap it out for a 5, or tap it, roll out for a 4, but overcurled and gave up the steal of 1. BEAUDRY 11, HALUSCHAK 3. Resby Coots, Cam Tave, and the
top 4.
Sponsorship of Rocky Mountain Equipment and Sunrise Credit Union. Very much appreciated as we bring you the Curl Manitoba live stream of the TELUS Juniors from the Brandon Curling Club. Cam just really difficult to regroup after that shot, but maybe wise to stay on the ice and try to play another good end rather than going in the dressing room and fretting about what might have been.
Yeah, that was not a bad end. There's nothing to be embarrassed about that end for. Like, even if you gave up a steal, they played that real well with just a little mistake right at the end.
Okay, really nice one. That was a 15-6.
Because they had a chance at 5. There's nothing to be. That was a very well played end by the HALUSCHAK team. And I think BEAUDRY knows that as well. He's probably sitting there breathing a sigh of relief right now, knowing that they dodged one there.
And I've got a notion the BEAUDRY team would be happy to stay out here, because I'm not sure they would want to have the conversation with Coach Guy BEAUDRY until a little more time has passed.
Top 4.
Foot, yeah. You got it. Top 4.
I have a feeling that BEAUDRY is going to start ripping this end a bit sooner than the last one.
Anything is Lauren's, but you don't have to. Fine, Ollie. Well then. Okay, it's Lauren's rock if anything.
Weight's good.
Okay, just leave it then. Oh yeah, go a little bit, Lauren. Hard, Lauren. Hard, Lauren. Go, 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 go. 4.
Really came off.
Yeah. It's okay, good sleep.
Go, cruise it.
No, it looked like a lot coming in.
No, you're there. They do pebble that though. At 5th end, they pebble. That really stopped at late.
I'm not sure about this call, whether you should be even moving yellows out right now. Them being in play doesn't hurt
I think we just tap one, yeah.
HALUSCHAK's team. However, that didn't turn out real bad there.
Yeah.
Got the corner guard still there.
Yeah. We can sweep it a little more too, because we just left that. Okay. Yeah, just a hair more. You got it. Back 4, back 8. Okay. We're a little heavy. Yeah.
Can you go a little bit? No, it's okay.
Weight's close.
13 or 14.
Yeah.
Last slide, just deep in the rings.
I think the line would have been. I think the line would have been okay if it was back 4 because it's just like a couple feet. Yeah, Ariane, that one looked really heavy even coming in. I thought it was good. Yeah.
Well, I think this call is an acknowledgement that down 8, we're probably not going to win the game. So let's just try to fine tune some deliveries and make some shots to build something positive to work from going into the next game.
Yeah, exactly. Probably try some deliveries because they were having a little trouble on some of the deliveries on the hits.
Just flop that way. If I nose it, I think I just double them. Okay.
No! Close! No.
Grace, watch the jam!
Yeah, go then, go. That was a lot of weight. You're hitting it pretty solid on that side.
It's a little out there, I think. Yeah. Did I roll out? That's all we need.
Rock attempt to drop back 8 foot behind a bit of cover in the front 12. Comes to rest quite nicely.
Not an awful spot when you're down a bunch. It's the kind of rock that it's hard to get to.
Even if I just open things up.
Hair on this side.
Yeah.
You'll have to come this way though.
Yeah. If I open it up, that's okay.
Yeah.
Same weight. Okay.
Yeah! Whoa!
Whoa!
Yeah!
Center line hit. Attempt to run the yellow through onto the red that was just thrown to the back 8 foot. Makes contact.
Okay.
Leaves the biter.
Yeah. Good sweep. I rolled under.
Hard to tell from the angle, but it looks to be that yellow still lies too.
Yeah, I think so. But this now becomes a catcher. If they can even half tuck something here, it sets up another jam shot.
We got a keeper on our.
Yeah. Where's the play 10?
Huh?
Because they have against everyone else.
Yeah.
I didn't think they would.
I mean, they're provincial when I play.
Yeah. A little bit of a waste.
This one's really moving on them.
But very nice weight, just over curled to that yellow stone. If they'd been able to get past that yellow into the 8-foot or 4-foot, they were very nice.
I don't think it's worth flirting with that guard. Here?
A little less.
Good call by the BEAUDRY team to go away from that. Any attempt to remove the red has the option.
It's way too dangerous.
Probably even the probability of running it onto the yellow, so they just ignore it.
Yeah, you're lying one. You're lying one. Just go draw, lie two, and make them chase you on the other side.
Like top 8, top 4 open side. Just to kind of make them
T-line, just short of T-line over to the left-hand side of center.
Okay. We'll probably have Lauren go a bit at the end, but they do really move once they cross center, so just be careful.
Grace BEAUDRY's first stone of this end. The 9th.
No, we're not.
Little wide.
No, Jensen.
Top 4.
Lauren.
A piece of the
Jensen.
Needs the sweep. Comes up short.
Like right there, it's coming.
Small opportunity now here for the
No, it happened on Jensen's first
HALUSCHAK
one too.
team.
Like right here, they're just like stopping.
Looks like
tap on this red.
Yeah, try and draw. Oh, it looks like they're trying to draw behind the one she just threw.
Okay.
Oh, that's uncomfortable. I already tried it.
Yeah, I think they're just going to try and come behind over on the left-hand side.
You just felt I had a really bad watch.
The tap
Maybe
is
looking
there.
for
Someone's stopwatch was going off last night, and I'm pretty sure it was mine.
maybe looking for the positive that goes with scoring a point or two in this game down 11-3.
Yeah, it's because there was an
Boy, HALUSCHAK her first of the 9th.
somehow, and I don't know how to turn it off.
Looked a little tight out of her hand, maybe.
I don't know. I've never heard mine go off. Maybe because it goes off in the middle of the night, and it's normally in my curling bag.
And just over curls and rubs that little bit.
That might now be lined up as a double that it'll go right across the top of that red or that yellow.
Wide open though, with a giant hole.
She thread the hole.
Okay.
2, right?
Yeah, just gotta make sure we're there.
Let's make it.
Well, you heard Grace BEAUDRY giving HALUSCHAK credit for the ability to throw through that port on the right-hand side of center to make contact on the yellow.
Yeah, I'm just
Clearly there's enough room, but it would be a very fine shot.
So, yeah, oh, it is. It's like at least a rock and a half.
That's where we'd go back to the old Sandra Schmirler statement, I wish I had inches.
Yeah. As soon as it starts.
Grace BEAUDRY would throw her final of the 9th, attempting once again to draw to the T-line, should out-turn going across center. Wants to lie to.
Wait. Do we need a tick? No. Okay. Just let it. It's good.
Curl.
And a few feet deeper than she would have hoped, but she's accomplished her objective. She's got 2 rocks in the rings. Bit of backing now for HALUSCHAK to throw her last rock.
Just deciding what weight they want to throw at it, whether you want to try and throw a heavy draw. Dangerous thing with a heavy draw is where you ice it. Sometimes you're better just to play the hit.
Final rock of the 9th end. Boy, HALUSCHAK out-turn. Looking for a nose hit, the rock in the back of the 8-foot circle. Score a single point here.
Same thing
Break
as
a
last
long,
time they waved off the sweepers, and now they're same
done it
mistake.
again. This
Yeah.
time they'll roll through again. and as happened several different times, just over curling that little bit and gives up now a steal of 2.
Missed line call again.
Yeah.
I know.
So the score sits at 13-3. In most circumstances, one would assume that there would be a concession.
Well, like you heard a comment, they're mathematically eliminated. They basically run them out of rocks already. So
Umpire, in fact, indicating to them that it's no longer a choice because it's mathematically eliminated. So our game does come to a conclusion. A disappointing result for the HALUSCHAK team from Swan River. Opened with a 3-point lead after 3 ends, but completely lost the momentum to the BEAUDRY team from St. Vital, who scored 13 consecutive over the next 6 ends for a 13-3 victory in our game from the TELUS Juniors at the Manitoba Junior Championship. I'm Resby Coots, been working with Cam Taves. It's been fun, Cam.
Yes.
Maybe we'll have an opportunity to do it again.
Hopefully so. Good luck to these teams.
The Curl Manitoba live stream broadcast comes to you thanks to TELUS, to Rocky Mountain Equipment, and to Sunrise Credit Union. There'll be another game 12:15 from the TELUS Junior Men. Goodbye for now.
Why not? Just watch. Why not? Keep scrolling, I slide. Why not?
As a broadcaster and Hall of Fame football player, I'm constantly in the lab of life. For 15 years, my friends at Knock Auto Corp have been pioneers as well.
Why not?
Introducing Winnipeg Car Lab, custom car wraps, graphics, and auto
Why
services. Winnipeg, why not get in the lab?
If you grow up in a small town in this part of the world, you basically learn how to curl real young. The kids and even adults who didn't have a place to go because so many facilities were closed. So people started gravitating to our rink and coming out and skating, curling. It became a place to come every weekend for so many families. We would see upwards of 70 people coming and going, on a given Saturday or Sunday. I think it means a huge amount to so many people. It's an opportunity for friends, family, everybody to get together, have some fun.
At Viterra, we believe in the power of connection. Our world-leading agriculture network connects producers and consumers to supply top-quality food ingredients each and every day. Our team takes great pride in working closely with farmers to help feed the world. It's something we've been doing for over 100 years. And as an industry leader, we're dedicated to playing a critical role in meeting the needs of a growing world. Because together, we're stronger and achieve more.
Half a century and 20 stores after they opened their first store, McMunn & Yates is still in your neighborhood. Getting involved, supporting consumer and contractor alike. A community building, helping build communities. McMunn & Yates, make it better.
Eat. Meet. Stay. Canad Inn's destination centers are your home for hospitality, with 10 locations in Manitoba and 1 in North Dakota, featuring the finest in accommodations, food and beverage, entertainment, banquet and conference facilities, and so much more. For the best service and best value, your only stop is Canad Inns. Call today at 1-888-33-CANAD or visit us right now at canadinns.com.
RME, proud sponsor of Curl Manitoba and the TELUS Junior Provincial Championship. With 10 locations in Manitoba, RME is your preferred Case IH equipment dealer. RME, right by you.
Asham Curling Supplies.
Superior fit, comfort, and performance. Asham curling shoes are the best we've ever used.
Hi folks, I'm Arnold Asham, and our product is always satisfaction guaranteed or your money back.
Asham Curling Supplies.
That's your best delivery of the day.
And the locker room celebrations are already underway, and they're going to be all night long. These are teams who struggled early on.
Be a player. Bet with Manitoba Sportsbook. Play Now Sports.
Why not? Just watch. Why not? Keep scrolling, I slide. Why not?
As a broadcaster and Hall of Fame football player, I'm constantly in the lab of life. For 15 years, my friends at Knock Auto Corp have been pioneers as well.
Why not?
Introducing Winnipeg Car Lab, custom car wraps, graphics, and auto services. Winnipeg, why not get in the lab?